Welcome back to Pokemon Masters Council. This is the podcast all about Pokemon, the fun, the competitive, everything else. I'm your host, Gym Leader Justin, and my co-host...
I'm Zero.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the PMC. You know what it is. Leave those big love down in the comment section on our YouTube if you're watching there. If you are on Spotify, come on, man. The 5-star dives is what we ask. Zero, we got a special show for them today, all the trainers and masters alike. We're doing something a little different. Yeah. We talked about it a couple podcasts ago, but we're slowly rolling in a format change, and today's we're making a big jump. It's going to be a shorter podcast today.
Yeah.
About 35, 40 minutes-ish.
Hopefully.
And we're going to be talking about, kind of off the cuff, house rules.
House rules. So...
what does that mean?
So, for us, that's, what are some... So, a house rule in general is just like, you're playing with your friends, and you decide, okay, this is legal, and this is not. So, the most obvious example of a house rule was when Blaziken first got Speed Boost in Gen 5. We allowed the regular Blaze version of Blaziken.
Yeah, we just banned the ability, not the Pokemon.
Exactly. That's something that Showdown usually doesn't do. The smoke on Showdown.
And we thought it was silly.
So we kind of we house ruled that because we like Blaziken. We want to use Blaziken. We think regular Blaziken is not broken. Now, at this point in the game's life, we know that even Speed Boost Blaziken is not broken.
Correct.
With the power creep. But
Correct.
in Gen 5, it was a huge problem.
It was a big
even
deal.
in Gen 6 and 7, at least, so...
But and same thing happened last season with Libero and Cinderace. They banned the whole poke to Ubers instead of just banning the ability and letting us use Cinderace and Court Change and Blaze.
Yeah.
Could still been a cool Choice Band or Choice Scarf user or a lead or something,
or even
right?
just having the ability to use Court Change would have been cool. So we decided, hey, let's just ban the ability. So every Cinderace was Blaze, and we still had access to the pivoting, the heavy duty.
Yeah, because it was just ridiculous to ban the starter of that generation.
Yeah.
So stuff like that. And what it comes down to is there are 1,000 to 1,100, 1,200 Pokemon. There's a lot of Pokemon that exist now. Mm-hmm. And with this DLC, a lot more just came in. And then the next DLC, a whole way bigger wave is getting in.
Yeah.
And we're looking at them and we're like, how many do we actually get to use? Especially in VGC.
Yeah. So we were just kind of, I don't know what other formats we're going to talk about. But today, I think a big thing that we want to talk about was this is a meta that we're kind of going to try to make and coin. But the thing here is it's like a theory crafting, sort of exploring, kind of this is what we're going to do, kind of. And the thing is, what if the meta was only Pokemon sub-500 allowed? So 499, straight on down, Justin.
Yeah, so base stat totals are, HP through to speed, everything you got, all lump sum together. We talk about this when we do reviews of Pokemon or when we do our how to use set guides. We have a whole, playlist on our YouTube channel about that, right? Definitely go check that out. But we really want to emphasize the base stat totals because that sometimes can make or break. Like when we see some 570s, that's S tier.
570, that's
right?
That's a lot of what you're. That's some pretty good stuff.
It's not that everything at 500 is bad. Caesar's one of the best Pokemon in the game.
Yeah.
And Caesar's 500, but it's because he has bad special attack and subpar speed, right?
Yep.
So Alakazam has 500.
Right, and he's... So that's...
It's just because he's got glass paper defenses, special defenses, no attack, and almost no HP. So he's got 4 crappy stats.
Mm-hmm.
And he's still as good as he is because of his speed and special attack and ability and coverage.
The things he's good at, he's so good at.
So we just want to make sure that we're using, because there are pokes that we like, but we never get to use.
Yeah.
And there are pokes that we like that we especially never get. And why don't you play RU or NU or well, first of all, we don't play Showdown. And if we did, we'd play it on cartridge. But we have our whole our whole lives had boxes like that.
And we may even do that once we get to legendary regulation formats.
Absolutely.
You'll probably see us dabble into some of that, but we'll house rule it.
But the point is, we don't get to use those Pokemon regardless in doubles.
Mm-hmm.
And that's sort of the new kid on the block in the past couple of years, really starting to ramp up for the PMC local area. Our group, our council members have gotten into it beginning of Gen 8, and we really loved it. Seriously taking it seriously.
Yeah. One of the fun things is you guys will live with us look at Pokemon, and then we're not going to make a ban list for this format, but we'll just kind of like, okay, that's a Pokemon, that's a problem. Mm-hmm. But we've already looked at a couple where we're like, So that'll be part of the fun of this. I think, Justin, we've got one big news item for PMC. Did you want to go over that before we dive into...
Yeah, go for it.
So we've been talking about this a lot, and we're going to put it into motion. We have been talking about hosting tournaments. That's something we've really wanted to do. And we've been coming across some shiny Pokemon, and we decided, what better way to celebrate our community and let you guys be a part of the community in the PMC by giving away a shiny in a tournament, Justin?
And ideally, we'd like it to be like on Halloween, but that's not really practical. But sometime around Halloween, end of October, beginning November, middle of November, regardless, it'll be the fall theme.
Fall PMC. It wouldn't be an invitational because I mean, technically, because we're inviting like literally everyone.
We're inviting you.
The PMC Fall Series Classic.
What are you thinking? Singles? Sixes? Threes?
I'm thinking 6v6 singles.
Mm-hmm. No time limit.
No time limit, and the list of Pokemon allowed will just be everything in Regulation E. So no mythicals, no box art legendaries. Let's just keep it nice and simple. What do you think?
I think the time limit should be 45 minutes.
45 instead of an hour?
Yeah, just do 45 because that'll give us a time. So it'll be hour-long. So we could plan for like hour-long blocks or something like that, maximum.
Yeah.
And that'll be our like last call. Like, all right, guys, timer. And at that 40 minutes, like, hey, you got 5 minutes left. Or, you know what I mean? So the game will tell them that. But you know what I mean? It'll cut them off, so that way it's not going. Yeah. So it was just, if we finish our game in 15 minutes and somebody else is going to take 60, it's a huge gap to wait.
Yeah. If we have enough players, it wouldn't really matter because you just queue up as soon as you're ready for your next one.
Oh,
and if there's a pool of players, it just grabs the next.
Okay. Yeah, for sure.
So probably like
something to work. But again, that's the theme.
Details.
As you can see, that's the theme of this show. And the new format of the podcast, it's much more like an actual podcast. We're just having a conversation, a lot less scripted. We're going to save all of that for our actual YouTube content with all of our edited videos, battle videos, and how to use guides.
So that's a huge thing. Plan on a tournament very shortly. That's, if the rule set changes, then, but we're going to make like a little flyer. We're going to share it everywhere. Regulation E, Pokedex.
6v6 singles.
6v6. And then to keep it simple, if you want to run 6 Pokemon with heavy-duty boots, go for it. We won't enforce the same items clause.
No same items clause, but obviously same species clause.
Right.
And then also we are going to be, I don't know how we're going to do this, but I'd like to try to do the sleep clause.
Yes. Yep. That would be a big one. Yeah, there will be some like self-reporting stuff that needs to be done, I think.
Yeah,
so like
for sure.
Like and like reporting your win. If you get first place or whatever, then Twitter is going to be the best way to report that. Send us a message on Twitter.
Yep.
Because we can't do that via YouTube. So take a screenshot, take a picture on your phone, like, hey, I got first place. Send it to us on Twitter, and then we'll get your credentials for your shiny Pokemon. And then, if I win the tournament, I think second place would get the shiny. I wouldn't claim the shiny. Like if PMC 1-2-3's it, and then our fourth place guy.
Then y'all got to step it up.
Yeah.
But now's your chance. You get to play with us, have some fun. So
it's been a long
Regulation
time
E 6v6 singles. Sign up. Let us know down in the comments below. Let us know on Twitter. Put up the hashtag PMC Tournament. Hashtag PMC Tournament, and then let us know if that's something you're interested in. And we'll keep you updated with details all up on our socials.
This guy's so good. He literally just made up the hashtag. I promise you guys, he literally just made that up.
It wasn't in our notes, was it?
So good. Nice work.
So,
let's get on to it.
The main segment of today, basically, Well, I guess what we can do is a little bit, one thing we do definitely want to, touch base with now that we're into this show a little bit. Before we get into that main segment, we'll take this second to talk about our little host hobbies.
Yes.
And what we've been up to.
So,
you can fill time.
What have I been doing? Disc Baron. So, if everyone already knows, I'm sponsored by a shop called Disc Baron. I'm a disc golfer. If you need anything for your disc golf needs, hit up discbaron.com. Use the code 71353 at checkout for some cheese off your order. We had the Disc Baron team end of year party where we got together, we grilled out, we played one round of disc golf on a private course called Bluegill. Number 2 rated course in Michigan. Ironically, it's in my backyard, and I can't just go there and play it because it's a private course. But I did that, tons of fun. Didn't play like super well, but it was super, super fun.
And it was close to home.
It was close to home, and like I said, we grilled out. You know what I mean? I got like some brats.
Big fun.
So yeah, it was a good time. Other than that, for me, I finally got the DLC. I finished that. I'm working on the Pokedex. I'm just about to get Blood Moon Ursaluna, and I've been making tons of pokes because we've been really excited to make some Pokemon and play some more, do some more versus battles since we had our 3v3 vid. We did a 3v3 of Reg E testing, so guys, check that one out.
Yeah, we put out quite a few. We're doing a lot of scrims recently, and that's going to be continuing.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much it for Pokemon. Oh, so for me, for Pokemon, what I've been doing, as this past podcast cycle, I just recently finished the Pokedex.
Yes.
And
both of them
finished the Kitakami decks already, and that was on stream, and got the Blood Moon, finished that all up, and got all the prizes, and then I just finished the regular Pokedex and got the Shiny Charm, and we've already been doing some shiny hunts. I got a couple of Spinnerax, I got Pincurchin, I got an Ice Cube, I got a couple of cool things.
I got Piplup.
Piplup.
That'll be a big one.
That'll be a big one.
You guys will want to sign up. That might even be the first one just to get people interested.
Definitely. So lots of shiny hunts, lots of fun stuff like that. Maybe some more streams coming in the future. But as you have almost done with the DLC. You picked it up a little late just because you were literally just at a tournament and you were playing the Xenoblade DLC.
Yep.
So, but that's pretty much it for Pokemon stuff. We're all working away, twerking hard, right? Twerking like a WAP video over here.
Hard.
But in the adjacency, so we've been talking about it for 3 or 4 podcasts now. We're starting up a second channel. It's still in the works. So, we told you it was
lots of work.
We told you that was like a sneak behind the things. That wasn't going to be tomorrow.
Yeah.
But the things that we're basically ready to record now. For 3 of us have Wi-Fi able to record. Mike now has his webcam set up, myself and Brandon, so we're really close. We're actually going to be probably playing some tonight or tomorrow, and then that whole second channel is all about our other adjacency nerd stuff that's not Pokemon related.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly TCGs.
Yes.
We play a lot of cards. You got a Yu-Gi-Oh deck over there. You got Digimon in my hand, and obviously, because we are a Pokemon channel, you know what I mean? There's plenty of Pokemon cards everywhere to go around.
Indeed, yeah. Pull out one of the saucy ones in there.
You know what I mean?
And you guys know that I made this Tinglu deck, but
definitely. So the point is, we have Transformers, and we've been dabbling, peeking, window shopping, if you will, at One Piece.
Mm-hmm.
The prices, though. We'll get into that. If you're interested in hearing about all that, definitely stay tuned to our socials, and we will let you know as soon as that new channel goes live, because we're going to have a couple of backlog episodes to go up. But Digimon, specifically, is kind of our main TCG at the moment, and they just had a new reprint.
Yes, it was so awesome.
They did a bunch of reprints.
We were waiting for this.
People that don't play TCGs, don't play card games, you might not realize. So when they print out a set of cards and all of a sudden something's really good with the effect or the artwork, but usually the effect of something is really competitively viable, that's the card that everybody wants in their deck, especially ones that work for a lot of decks.
Yeah.
Those cards, the price goes up instantly.
Looking at you, Ayano.
Just
Regular
like
$4 Ayano.
Ayano if for Pokemon right now, exactly 5-6 months later.
Yes.
So thank God we both pulled a playset.
I know, thank God.
Now we're happy
because now I gotta use Marnie. If I want to make a fresh deck, man, I just gotta use Marnie or Judge.
Or pull the Iono from all your different decks.
I don't like Judge as much because...
I don't like Judge as much either.
I think Judge, you have to shuffle your deck. I don't like shuffling. I'm trying to put your stuff at the bottom. Anyway.
But, no, you could. So the reprint gave us a lot of good stuff. We got a lot of memory tamers.
Yep.
People that play Digimon know it's really, really good. Starting with the 3 memory is invaluable.
Yep.
Really gets around your opponent playing those cheeky, just leaving you with 1 or 2, right?
Yep.
But I got probably the best one of the whole set. I got a playset of 4, Mimi.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very, very powerful. 0.
Kind of breaks the game.
I'm going to read this to you live.
Yep.
So they can see your even if you don't play Digimon, by his reaction, you'll kind of... So it's a memory tamer. Yep. If you have 2 or fewer memory, set it to 3 at the beginning of your turn.
So already strong.
Yep. Main phase. If you have a level 5 or higher Digimon, so only an ultimate level, which for green is...
really easy to get.
Turn 1.
So easy to get.
By suspending this tamer, hatch 1 Digi-Egg card to an empty space in your breeding area, or move one of your level 3, rookie, or higher Digimon cards from your breeding area to the battle area. So basically, a free breeding phase out of sequence just by having 1 Mimi here, and you tap. And guess what, Zero? Let's say you have an empty breeding zone.
Yes.
And I go, start of my turn. Or let's say it's start of my turn, and I promote.
Mm-hmm.
And then I tap the Mimi, hatch.
Fresh one.
Then I play a rookie. Then I tap the second Mimi and promote that.
Yeah, broken.
And those both can all attack because they came from breeding area all in the same turn. And there's 4 Mimis that I have, and you can run 4 in your deck. If you have all 4 and they're security checked, they get played for free.
Yeah, exactly.
So
super
the more
strong.
Mimis you have, the more free you just swarm the board.
Yeah, you can kind of... Oh, green Digimon, okay.
As long as
I was going to say, can you play this in any deck?
Nope.
I wanted to get some of these.
Green, but there's a lot of green cards. Digimon especially has a lot of cards that are 2 colors.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a new Leomon package coming out that's green and blue and green and yellow, respectively. So you could get 3 colors, all of which have green somewhere. You know what I mean? In that deck. So you have a lot of options to play with. And then I got the purple mat. What did you pick up?
I got purple memory boost. Helps me search for more purple Digimon in my Ravemon deck. And also I can tap at the next turn to give myself some more memory. And then I got Demi-Meramon. It's a purple egg.
The baby, or egg.
Yep. It's a purple egg, and it has more on deletion effects, which is really good for my deck. Everything about on deletion, and this is on deletion in general, not deleting itself. You can trash one of your own cards in your hand and draw another card. So that's good for my deck because I can trash.
It's really interesting you say that.
Get them out with a Chromon, all that good stuff.
All the on deletion effects.
For anyone who knows anything about Digimon, but my deck is all about trashing cards.
Yep.
Trashing your... It's about deleting yourself to trash cards from your opponent's hand.
And then this is the last part of the Digimon talk. I have a brand new deck to show off. And it's my Garurumon deck. People that are a fan of the show, obviously, I'm going to eventually have one deck for each of the each color and eventually each Digidestin, especially with how cheap these are.
Yep.
These are just so much fun. And you got to look through this. Pretty thematic, pretty awesome. This is the Ice Garurumon deck.
Yeah, lots of really cool looking Digimon in this one, and lots of really strong effects.
When I Digivolve this dude, if there's a Garurumon in its Digivolution, which everything in the deck is, I can return one of my opponent's Digimon with an on-deletion effect to the bottom of their deck.
Every Digimon in my deck has, like, on-deletion effects. So, pretty strong.
Trash all the Digivolution cards of that Digimon.
Yeah, and it's not on-deletion, it's trash. There's a big
trash.
difference. So
I don't get any.
I don't get any
This
of that
deck
stuff.
was unintentionally built. Like, I built it because I was looking for a blue deck that I liked, because the 2 that I had wasn't really vibing with.
Yeah.
And I was like, I still need one. Let's just go with the boy. Let's go with the wolf. Let's go with the theme.
one of the best Digimon out there.
He's
dude.
so
he
cool.
looks good, dude. He's
You remember when I was a kid, I loved
He's
wolves
awesome,
were my
dude.
favorite. So, got him, and then Brandon was like, "This counters my deck." I was like, "Yeah, that was unintentional."
literally, yeah, just like a
that
hard
was completely
counter.
unintentional. It's just what the it's what the archetype did.
So hopefully you and I don't meet each other in the
Dude,
finals at a local, because
yeah. That would.
I mean, you'd be happy. I wouldn't play anything but Ravemon.
Yeah,
I'd spam Ravemon.
I'd have Rosemon probably.
All right, so we're at 20 minutes. Let's spend the next 20 minutes talking about this sub-500 meta that we're gonna kind of build and theory craft.
This is the fun part of it. So this is sort of the main segment now. This is going to be the part of the podcast where we're actually going to kind of a little bit of a structure, but none of this is really scripted. Basically, the point of this is we want to do some VGC that's like low tier VGC.
Yeah.
The same way they have NU and RU, PU, whatever it is, right? UU even.
Yeah.
Stuff that's not the top tier. We want to use all these different pokes.
Yeah.
Mighty N is cool.
Exactly. A Pokemon like Mightyena.
Right?
Let's get it, dude.
So we are trying to do this. We're doing $4.99 and below. So the top of $4.99 is Talonflame. Now Talonflame is competitive in previous like VGC format. So it's not like this is a bad poke. We're just saying maybe Talonflame now can be a sweeper rather than just a support lead with Terra Ghost.
Yeah, and I do want to preface this by saying a lot of what we see, because we skimmed over this before we started. A lot of what we see at the top of this is
Supports.
a lot of support Pokemon. It's
Tanks.
just all the sweepers are, you'll see some sweepers. Like I see one right now that I would call a ban on, but
it leads us with new opportunities to have find new sweepers and play with new Pokemon that we normally don't play with. It benches all the top end.
Yeah.
We bench Michael Jordan and we let Scottie Pippen have a chance.
Exactly, man.
So
yeah, we're up by 100 in the,
just let Scottie get a point.
Yeah.
So think about this as an example. Floatzel. I'm gonna name a couple and I'm gonna let you do.
Okay.
So like Floatzel's really cool.
Absolutely.
Offensive Talonflame. I like Drifblim, especially with not the janky.
No, we don't do minimize.
Not the minimize.
No. You'll be banned from PMC
Not
if you use
like
minimize.
real strats.
Yes.
Men strats.
Men.
So, I like the fact that he gets Strength Sap. I talk about men strats and it's but he's really cool.
But yeah, like
with Flare Blue, jokes aside, Flare Boost is really cool.
But like
what do you got?
immediately. So
just on this first page, who sticks out?
Things that kind of stick out to me, Miss Magius.
Yeah.
Would be a really, really fun poke. Like there's a sweeper right there.
That's a new sweeper.
Yeah.
That's a new sweeper.
You already mentioned Floatzel. Like Golem, it doesn't really do too much.
Alolan Golem.
Alolan
Golem down here has some, because regular Golem with Galvanize, because it's it's like Pixelize or anything, electric body slams basically. A stab.
It's cool.
Stab, electric, Galvanize boosted body slams.
Yes.
They're really good.
Yep.
For what it is. It's just he's still, part rock, so you have to Terra. There's a lot of issues, but when you look at this meta, maybe Alolan Golem is the bee's knees.
Right, yeah. Like
right?
That's the sort of the fun, untapped potential of these Pokemon is maybe this kind of format boosts them up.
Corviknight's already good. But this is VGC, so it's not like Corviknight is like the best Pokemon in the world, but maybe in this meta, Corviknight becomes like
the god.
The one you wanted him to be in VGC normally.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Or Pex, or there's a couple
Abomasnow.
Bellybolt.
Bellybolt.
Bellybolt could be the god here.
100%.
And that's cool.
Yeah.
Because he's not the god usually.
No.
But like for instance, I got one for you. I've got like 4 different sets that I want to run.
Okay.
And this Pokemon's awesome. And probably even good enough in regular, VGC, but definitely in this one, I think it'll be a monster. And that's Victory Bell.
Victory Bell. Yeah, see, this would be such a
I've been shiny hunting it recently.
Super fun Pokemon. It's got Chlorophyll, right? Access to
Strength Sap, Growth, Sword for the special side in the sun. It'd be a nasty plot. Oh, Swords Dance too, but he also gets Swords Dance. And then their Encore, super fast Weather Ball, which is amazing.
Synthesis.
Sucker Punch.
Yep.
Lots of good stuff for both physical and sweeper, physical, special, and support.
Yep. I have one that we have to show off. So here's a Pokemon. If you asked me,
did I go too low?
No, you're good right there. If you asked me like, oh, what would you ban out of this? First thing that I see that I think I'd call a ban on is Barraskewda.
Oh yeah, he's pretty strong, right?
Yeah, and Propeller Tail, like
but maybe
VGC ability.
But maybe he's fine. Maybe we'd have to test it. Maybe do you see what I mean? That's the whole point of this conversation. Is like when you do house rules, you got to talk about it. You have to set it up with your like, hey, what do you want to run? I don't know about Barraskewda. Oh, I don't know. I think he might be. Okay, well let's test it.
Yeah,
maybe it's OP.
Because my initial gut reaction is this Pokemon's too strong.
Right.
You know they're going to tear water.
Definitely.
In the rain.
Aqua Jet.
Adamant. Swift Swim. You know what I mean? Nothing is outspeeding this. Absolutely nothing in this meta.
And that's a big thing. It's not just who looks cool, but we'd have to talk about there might be a couple bans.
Yeah. Because
that's part of the house rule.
This is a Pokemon that reminds me of Alakazam, where it's like, okay, all the stats are bad, except the ones that it's really good at. And what it does.
Speed and attack.
It's really, really,
in
really
the rain.
Good. Yeah, so.
Here's some big play here. Both the Tauros. These could be godlike down here.
Absolutely.
All three of the new Paldean Tauros. Toxicroak, this could be his time to shine. I love me some Hisuian Electrode, like we've talked about. You love Gothitelle.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? You could actually use an offensive version. Slowking, Slowbro, Passimians, Pawmot. We've seen Pawmot do well in regular VGC, so now he could be like a real huge where it's like he's the meta-defining threat.
Yeah.
Scovillain, you know what I mean? Staraptor down here at 4. We know how good Staraptor can be. Staraptor could be possibly amazing if you cut off that top end. And look how good Diplin is down here. Raichu.
You know what's cool about this meta is like when you cut off a lot of that top end stuff, we're still getting a lot of the main really good support Pokemon.
Yep.
But now we're just kind of slowing down the offense.
And we're trading. We have to choose new pokes to be our offense, and we're not worried about getting one shot. We're not worried about running into Lando or Regieleki, etc.
Right. Yeah.
No Fluttermane.
Right. Yeah. So like this is like
there's no Goldango. There's no Chi-Yu, etc.
Yeah, like Bombardier could be really good.
Salazzle could come out and do something.
Salazzle.
Maybe Bramblegas can finally do a thing. We've already saw Ludicolo. Go see that video.
Yeah.
He destroyed everything. Ludicolo is the sweeper I've always dreamt of. I've always wanted. I don't deserve, but I have here on the PMC. Link in the description. Go check that video out. Zero.
Awesome.
I know I'm biased, but back me up. I'm not just hyping for hype's sake.
It was awesome. Just there was one game where he just
it was mind blowing
pumping after pumping, and
he literally destroyed everyone. Shiftry, the Ludicolo's ugly stepbrother, the redheaded stepchild that never could. Now this with Wind Rider could legitimately be the meta for him.
With Talonflame in the back, with Talonflame Tailwinds,
with Tailwinds, right? Veluza could pop out water. Psychic with Sharpness. I know you've been a fan of him, but we haven't been able to use him because he's not that good.
Especially now after the DLC. Like, where are you using Veluza?
This is the meta. And he's got Moldbreaker. That's not bad either.
Yeah.
Moldbreaker's insanely good.
Yeah.
Especially if you come up against Gastrodon.
Oh, Gastrodon.
Do you know what I mean?
See, we're not like switching out a lot of like the top defense.
But I want to run my Cacturn. I want to run Saucebuck with Chlorophyll or Sap Zipper or Serene Grace.
Cramorant.
Crammy from Unite.
Crammy,
the best. Why is he the single best Pokemon in the first 2 years of Unite?
He went under the radar.
But now Mewtwo, why do you hate the world is in the game. He's all happy. You know what I mean? Maybe Frostmoth comes out. Hariyama could come back. Cartman off the bench.
No more hands.
No more hands, right? Grumpig's turn. Torkoal's still down here. That means we have Perma Sun.
Yeah. Amoonguss. We got to ban Breloom, dude. We got to ban.
No. We're not banning Breloom.
No, I'm not playing this.
No, we're not banning Breloom.
No,
we're not gonna ban. It's VGC. It's VGC.
Okay, all right, I'll wreck.
It's VGC. That's what I'm saying. He's like, oh wait, that actually legitimately changes.
If it was singles, I'd be like,
no, but that
way.
VGC that changes a lot.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have a hard time turning off my singles brain.
And then there's Amoongus.
Right, Amoongus, Jumpluff.
Dusclops is still down here.
That's a regular Palafin. Who wouldn't be able to use him? Because he would always turn into the other one.
He would always turn into the other one.
But now we're starting to get into like Sandslash maybe. I don't know. Sandslash would kind of... But regular Rotom. That could be an absolute monster.
That could be so much fun. And the Ice Sandslash could be legit. Do we have a weather setter? I know we have Sun.
We have Sun. We have Rain. Or not Rain, I'm sorry. We have Obama Snow.
Yeah, Obama's here.
Do we have...
Yeah, Obama could be a huge threat. That could be... This could be where he shines.
So we have Snow and we have Sun. Do we have Rain? And do we have... I don't...
I think... So, I mean, Grafai's here, and he can set up both Sunny Day and Rain Dance with Prankster. I know that's not what you were asking, but just...
But that might be... That might be like an excellent option.
But
oh no, Crawdaunt. Oh no. Oh,
let's go.
No, dude,
let's go. The low tier PMC Rain? Is that what we got? I was gonna do Sun, but I'll do Rain if we're gonna do Poncho and Crawdaunt.
I'm bringing Sun then. I'm bringing Sun.
All right. Well, then I'll bring Breloom.
What else?
I'll bring Breloom in the Rain.
Girafarig.
Yeah, I'm curious now.
Masquerain.
Yep, Masquerain. I was just talking about him as
Pelipper.
There's Pelipper. There's Penelope.
Morpeko.
I do like me some Macargo.
So we just need sand, and I don't think we'll have a sand.
No, we'd have to go NFE for sand, and that would be
Hippopotas.
Hippopotas with Eviolite would be by far your best option in terms of Sandstream.
Yeah.
It's not even kind of close statistically. Like, you just want to run Hippopotas, and I'd probably go with the Yawn set, Yawn Protect, Bulldoze, and...
Maybe like Rock Tomb, honestly.
Rock Tomb wouldn't be bad. Rock Slide. You could even do Stealth Rock.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be terrible.
He's literally just there to set up
Sand,
yeah.
Protect is what it's... he might get Slack Off. So that could be legit with the Eviolite.
Yep.
So there's some cool, especially if you're running. Where is
a Azumarill?
All right, here's where it gets fun. Sinistacha.
Sinistea.
So we'd have to go Poltergeist.
308. That's kind of low.
That's real low, even with
40, 45, and 54. I don't know.
Yeah, 54 and 45. Like, you're not gonna be. I was trying to run.
What's Hippopotas? Let's see Hippo.
Hippopotas.
See, now that could work. 60.
He's 330.
Okay, 420 is bad, but like that's still like that's kind of. And you give him the Eviolite. I'd give him the Eviolite over the...
No, yeah, he'll definitely give him a Eviolite if you're going to run Hippo. And he'd just be there for sand, so I guess you'd probably just throw him away, right?
Yeah, I mean, because weather can change pretty quick in VGC, so I like the idea of just...
I like my Grafai'i. Prankster Grafai'i.
Yeah, Parting Shot. There was... Okay, with Ludicolo.
Shiftry and... Skuntank. Skuntank's amazing. He actually got a couple of low-key buffs. See, Mimikyu's down here. That could be... that's a huge threat that sneaks through.
Yeah.
Hisui and Lilligant. Do you know what I mean? There's still some real sauce down here that we can make some fun with.
Is there anything that you have seen so far that you are like, I don't know if we should use this?
Other than your fish, which I definitely think is worthwhile discussing. Crawdaunt.
Yeah, maybe Crawdaunt, especially if we're going to...
Jokes aside, he is one of my honorable mentions for my, he's my top 11.
So far, those are the biggest ones for me, is like Crawdaunt and the fish.
And it's because of Pelipper's down here. They have rain, so...
Like, Squawkabilly could be good in this meta. Intimidate plus Parting Shot. Like, we're negating a lot of damage here by removing a lot of the biggest damage threats, so... and we're starting to see a lot of NFEs here.
And we could do... And I'm not opposed to that, because look at this. 410 here for a Dracloak.
I think Joey was using Dracloak and UU
Oh,
the
yeah,
other day.
yeah, absolutely.
Just to set up screens because it's so fast.
He's really fast, and he gets a lot of good support moves.
We're still seeing some good Pokemon here, like Pachirisu.
Well, here's like a bona fide like
Girder.
PU or NU, which is Girder.
Yep.
Girder is like legitimate with an Eviolite. He is a mad crazy threat.
Yeah.
Bulk up with a Violite.
Yeah.
Insane. So like that's actually like a Murkrow.
Murkrow's
Murkrow's insane with Prankster.
All of the clutch like utility Pokemon are still here.
Yeah.
You know?
Electrike, that's a really cool poke. You know what I mean? Pachirisu, one of the best support mons in existence. Charjabug, one of our new favorites that I just made.
Yeah.
And then Ariados. Untapped potential in the support power of this spider.
Yeah.
I'm calling it. It sucks.
It does.
But it has a niche.
I had half of mine to just, because I've been working on the decks for the DLC.
Yep.
Got the Spinarak. Evolved it to Ariados.
And I got two shinies.
I had half of mine to just release it right there. But I didn't.
Sablei's down here. We can do the second Tinkatuff down here.
Yeah, so now we're starting to run into some things. Now you're probably just going to see a lot of the better, like...
Yeah, now there's not probably
utilities.
Too much.
Yeah, once you get below, like, 370, it's like, yeah, because, like, coughing. We already have wheezing.
Yeah, none of these are really... There's Hippo. That's the only thing down here, but that's because he's got sand. Like, you're not going to dip down here for Houndour because Houndoom is 500. So, like, he's not...
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
He just barely missed the cut for this meta, so...
But what we can do...
Love Disc.
Definitely not. I'm looking for my boy. I just don't know if he's down here.
Yeah, we are running out of options here. Haunter would be...
Haunter's actually a legit shout. Good shout.
Because Haunter, he's just slower than Miss Magius, but he has a higher special attack than Miss Magius.
This could be Medicham, too. Medicham.
Medicham.
This could be a great meta for Medicham to pop off. With that big power or huge power, whatever it's called.
Dragonair could be decent.
Azu could really...
Azu would wreck.
Because, like, if we banned Crawdon, Azu becomes the top pick. That choice banded in the rain or something, that could be so cool.
Potentially the
and
best.
I wouldn't even want to ban that. I'd be like, let's play with it.
That's just the top dog.
Let's play with her.
Yeah.
I'll bring out my old Easter bunny.
Venomoth. Get some sleep.
Quiver Dance Baton Pass, baby. Yeah. Let's go. Like, I'm inspired by these pokes because these are cool that we want to Chimecho. Dusclops, Dusclops works in regular, but...
For team building purposes, like, you already have these supports made. You're done.
What about Bayonet? 115 attack.
Yeah, middling speed, but...
Speed
is the Wild Wild West in this meta.
Yeah. Zangoose up here, though.
Yeah.
There we go with Toxic Boost. 90 base speed and Toxic Boost. Yeah. Let's go.
Okay.
And Seviper here with Infiltrator.
Ooh, that can be good too.
Mixed attacker, and he's got a move pooled like you would not believe.
Yeah.
Tropius could maybe finally Camerupt.
Yeah.
You knew I was gonna go for it.
Yeah, Camerupt.
My Tank Stantler. My Tank Stantler.
Yeah.
That could be so cool. Anybody else? So how about some offensive picks? Anybody coming in? What are you thinking?
Tatsugiri 100%.
Ooh.
Tatsugiri would
offensive
be really good.
Offensive tater tots.
Frostlass is good.
Frostlass.
Palisand is good. You already called out Salazzle. Espathra.
Ooh, yeah, Spathra.
Yep.
Ooh, Skullvillain.
Chilling with Skullvillain. Terra Ice.
Lycanroc.
I think he might be like a top tier threat.
Palmot, Houndstone.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? There's still I like Toxicroak. Toxicroak in the rain. Is Justin bringing rain or is he bringing sun? Is Justin bringing rain or is he bringing sun? Fingers cracked. Let's go. Wheezing, though. The Wheezing tech here could come in real handy because there might be some abilities we would turn off. There's no Truant down here, obviously. He's way up there, like 570, 560.
Yeah.
But I think there could be some real fun tech. Zero.
100%.
So, in terms of we'll close out here. That's sort of the shtick with going through all of the pokes. In terms of, like, closing out the pod, we want to make sure that we cover a couple of things because we've done house rules our whole lives.
Yeah.
We've done house rules for when we played Yu-Gi-Oh! And stuff growing up with Doug and Mike. You, me, and the boys, we always did house rules for our Pokemon, always.
Mm.
So to us, it's not new. For us, it's not new to just like, oh yeah, we'll just house rule. But for some people, that might be intimidating.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean,
Do you have any words of encouragement, like the besides the obvious of like, hey, you bought the game, it's your game, do what you want. But like, there is some truth to that. It's your hobby.
Have fun. Have fun. That's literally all I got to say about it. Is just have fun. Like, this looks fun. This is something that I want us to dive into.
How many of your top 10s are down there? We already covered Raichu.
Right, Raichu, yeah.
Alakazam's right on the cusp.
Yeah.
Pants is down there. Fefner's down there. They're not legal right now. That's Hitmonlee and Scrafty.
Yeah.
Sorry, nicknames. But, you know what I mean? The Starmie's above. Caesar's right on the cusp.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's really fun. And like I said, if you guys, you know...
We want to use these different Pokemon and give them a chance to shine without having... some of those top ends come in and just get run over by a semi
by
truck.
Chen Pao or something.
Yeah, or Fluttermane. So that's what's fun to us. We're really excited, and we hope that this is something that you found engaging,
fun, different.
Yeah, absolutely. Let us know. Lots of comments on this. What do you think about this idea? What do you think about the idea of doing house rules? We're trying to have a tournament, like Brandon said. The tournament's going to be the 6v6, but in the future, if this works out, this could be a meta we have as we do a PMC low tier VGC tournament. You know what I mean?
We're going to expand. We got so many ideas. Like, we could do monotypes. Obviously VGC.
And obviously, as we talked about in our hobby time, TCGs, whether it be Pokemon, could be on this channel or the other channel, being able to do...
I was going to shake my ting Lu, but I know where you went. Okay.
Oh, I put it back.
No, anyway, not important, but yeah. All right.
But that way, we can, be able to duel people over Discord the way we do and have a lot of fun. And so there's so many ideas we want to do with community engagement. That's our big goal. We actually have ideas for merch, and we have ideas for a join membership for exclusive content, but that's all in the future. If you do want to be able to duel with us, hit us up on Twitter. We're starting to work out all the kinks, but definitely hit us up on Twitter now, and we might even hit you up now for a practice game, but definitely get in contact with us for any of the games that we play. If you want to battle us, hit us up on Twitter. If you are interested in the tournament, where do they hit us up?
Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. We are going to be making announcements all over the place. We're going to post about it ad nauseum. So we'll post about it multiple times. We'll have a flyer with a code.
Yeah, bro.
Details, all coming very, very soon.
It's going to be sick.
Yeah, it's going to be super fun. This is something we've been kind of dreaming about for like 2.5 years. It's time to put it in motion. We have the means.
We have the technology.
We do. All right. I think that's about it, man.
Yeah, bro, this is super fun. I'm excited. I kind of want to play some of that in format right now.
I know. I wish I had a team ready.
Yeah.
So,
but
guys,
now we can make one. Now you know where our parameters. Now we can...
Exactly. Now we go to Showdown. We got our team. Yeah. So, all right. Cool, man. Well, I think that was a good pod. I think we're going to get out here. We've got a few people to stomp on the ranked ladder.
Yeah, we do.
We are going to get to it. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. We hope you watched until the end and enjoyed it. Until the next one, I have been Zero.
And I'm Justin.
Council's adjourned.